Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We talked the whole night through. Good morning. Good morning to you and you and you and you. And good morning to everybody who is slowly but surely coming, arriving, materializing, and being part of today's experience. Welcome to Blue Witch presents Coffee Break with Laura González. My name is Laura González. They also know me as the Blue Witch. And you are at the coffee break. We usually try to do the coffee break Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but there are occasions in which I am busy and I cannot do the coffee break. Like last week, we didn't have coffee break on either Wednesday or Friday. Hello, marvelously, Marissa. Welcome to the coffee break. So yeah, last week we didn't have coffee break, but just Monday because I was busy and doctor's appointments and this and that, so we couldn't do it. But here we are back today. Happy summer solstice to those who celebrate and observe the summer solstice. We had a wonderful, beautiful ceremony yesterday. Blue Witch living the wheel. If you miss it yesterday and you have the time between today, tomorrow, next week, whatever, you can join us, and you can join us through YouTube, through the website, or finding the video on either Instagram or Facebook. But the easiest way is go to the website, go to the videos, and watch the video right there. Anyway, so today is Monday. We're doing tarot. We have the Unbridled Spirit Tarot. We have the Darkwood Tarot. The Elemental Oracle. We're going to do an oracle in the middle. We have the Witch's Garden. And last but not least, the Bee Tarot. Or I should say first. Oh, I just remember I don't have my ears. Let me, do I reach them? Yes, I do. There we go. Represent Pride Month, baby. So with that said, let's see what the Bee Tarot has for us today. Hello, La Dancy Nancy. La Dancy Nancy was there yesterday. Hello, Jessica. Happy summer solstice as well to you. And yeah, I was telling you, we had a ceremony yesterday. It was so much fun. We were talking about the sun and the meaning of the sun and the summer solstice and Chicago Hinge, and, a whole bunch of things. All the good stuff. All right, folks. Let's see what the card for today asking the divine to let us see what we need to see today. Oh, look at that. We have the Two of Jars. The Two of Jars. And here it is. This is the image of the Two of Jars. And the message upright as the card came out is telling us going on a venture alone will be unproductive. The implication here is that a coupling or joining with others will yield greater and more positive results. On a romantic level, a new relationship has gathered speed and is taking shape and form. So bask in the pleasure and excitement of a new chapter. Ooh, love is in the air. Going on adventure alone will be productive. The implication here is that a coupling or joining with others will yield greater and more positive results. On a romantic level, a new relationship and is taking shape and form. So bask in the excitement of a new chapter. Congratulations if you are open to love, seeking love, receiving love, loving yourself. If it is you, yourself, and I mean you, yourself, and you, um, it's just as good. Love is love. It doesn't matter how it comes to our life. But also, right, they're telling us about partnerships and friendships and coming together and doing things together. By the way, talking about community and cooperation and doing your part. Witch's water, anybody? So delicious. Of course it is swamp water. Of course it is. What else would a witch be drinking? What else would a witch be drinking? Nancy, do you know what it is? No, it's not Gatorade. Okay, let's see what the witch's garden has for us today. Ooh, we have the high priestess reversed. Funny because with my student, we were talking about the high priestess today. So, student, if you stumble into this live, let's see what the high priestess reverse, according to Sasha Graham. Wow, this is a beautiful illustration. I don't think I've ever paid attention to the illustration of the high priestess on the Darkwood Tarot. You know, when I get a new deck, I look at all the cards and then I put it away. So, okay, so reverse. Oh my God, where did you go? She jumped. Oh, mamma mia. Come on, lady. She jumped out of my hands. The reverse high priestess. Prisoner of the world. Trapped and confused. Loss of faith. Out of step. To ride the reversal, ask, what thrives inside me? Very interesting, the message of the high priestess reverse. According to Sasha Graham, prisoner of the world, trapped and confused, loss of faith, out of step. To ride the reversal, ask, what thrives inside me? What thrives inside me? It's very interesting because I saw my apprentice this morning that when she reverses, she could become shallow and materialistic, a little too much of this world, right? Not she might lose her ability to be liminal, and that concept of being trapped in the world, you know, it kind of matches that energy. So I tell you folks that we had a wonderful ceremony last night. If you want to watch it, you can find it on the bluewitch.org website on the videos section. It should be right there because it was from yesterday. And we also have some other events going on. And this Wednesday, 2 days from today, on Wednesday, the Fire Festival, the Magic Fire Festival with Wendy Mata, in which I taught a class, or I'm teaching a class rather, on cleansings with Copal smoke. We talk about the importance of the Copal, where it comes from, how it's obtained, and how it's a relationship, not just getting rid of bad vibes or whatever. So that's a free class, and you can sign up through my website. Go to bluewitch.org, go into the 24th, the class, Smoke Cleansings with Copal, and then you have access to a bunch of other free classes. And as per usual, I think you get an option to sign up for the whole series, or I don't know. I don't recall exactly how it works, but I know my class is free, and then you can sign up to other things. And I don't even recall if I'm doing a live panel for this one. I think I am, but I'm unsure now. Oh my goodness. The point being, Smoke Cleansings with Copal is going to be there. Go on the calendar. It's going to be on the 24th. And then you can access my class. And then when you go on the website, please read the whole stuff. And that's where you're going to find out, right? Oh my God! We have a puppy! And there's also a tiny human there. Comfort. Hearth. The card is that of the hearth. Comfort. Look at that puppy! So beautiful. In case you didn't know, I'm a dog person. Okay, hearth. Comfort, they say. Let's see what is the message. Take some time out to rest and regenerate. Know what makes you comfortable. Keep the home fires burning. Create a peaceful and beautiful home life. Nourishing the mind, body, and spirit is important at this time. Focus on the inner life. That's an adorable card, says Jessica. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I don't like anything much, so I like watching puppy videos on Instagram. And quite often, people share the relationship between their tiny humans and their puppies. And it's just beautiful, you know, that friendship that lasts the whole lifetime. Take some time to rest and regenerate. No one makes you comfortable. Keep the home fires burning. Create a peaceful and beautiful home life. Nourishing the mind, body, and spirit is important at this time. Focus on the inner life. Focus on the inner life. It's funny because it's summer and the majority of us are thriving to be out and about and doing our thing under the sun. But that doesn't mean we cannot also pay attention to our inner world, right? And the inner life and the home or the swamp, if you live in a swamp. Nobody's going to try to guess why my delicious green water is. It's swamp water, obviously. So delicious. So delicious. Let's see. Speaking of swamp water, the Darkwood Tarot. Because everything can be an act of protest. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Darkwood Tarot with Sasha Graham. The art by Abigail Larson. And the back of the cards is like a swampy green, actually. All right. What is the Darkwood telling us today? Ooh, we have the moon reversed. Methinks similar meaning to the High Priestess reverse. Not the same, but similar. And this is what the card of the moon looks like. And we have the moon reversed for our reading today. So the moon reverse is telling us mania, deception, and mental illness. Crossing the unable to find the line between sanity and insanity. Blur vision, entrapment, obscuring the truth, blaming outer circumstances for inner turmoil. Now, just a little reminder to everybody, we're not doctors, we're not medics, we're not professionals of mental health. We are just reading the interpretation of an author when it comes to the card of the moon. Seek a professional opinion, especially when it comes to your mental health. However, the interpretation of Sasha Graham for the moon reverse will be mania, the deception, and mental illness, crossing the line into madness, unable to find the line between sanity and insanity, entrapment, obscuring the truth, blaming outer circumstances for inner turmoil. Aren't we all feeling like that to a certain degree at this time? Life seems to be upside down and everything seems to be topsy-turvy. The people that care for us or should care for us aren't caring for us. And being good has become bad, has become good. And it's almost like we're living. I'm not the kind of people that believe in this whole alternate timeline and we did a jump. And to me, that is a little bit of like escapism, you know. Oh, yeah, we must have glitch in the matrix and that's why we are where we are. No. I think, hello, Erica Ramirez. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Monday to you, too. I think we are where we are because humans could be vile. Humans could be mean. Humans could be evil. Humans could be drunk with power. And humans could take that as a sport and oppression, right? And taking power and agency from people. So I don't think it's like a timeline jump, being possessed by evil entities. Guten Morgen, Alexa Rose. Guten Abend for you. Good morning, my dear, all the way to Germany. And yeah, so when it comes to this lunacy, right, feeling upside down, feeling trapped, I don't think it's too far from the reality. There's a lot of reasons for us to be losing our mind. Since when is empathy and compassion, being good to your neighbor, evilness, you know? And people have, for decades, going to these campaigns of dehumanizing the other, whatever that other is. And I said it at the beginning of last year, it's not about convincing people that Black and brown people are good humans. It's about convincing people that Black and brown people are humans. You know, in this particular case from last year and this year, reminding people that brown, indigenous people are people. We are people, you know. So it feels very upside down and it could be very discouraging. However, the simple fact that we draw breath and continue existing on this planet gives us the agency of humanity, right? And connection with nature and connections with each other. And look at what is all going on right now with the World Cup. People are realizing, like, I have no beef with you. It's the powers to be that are making all this. Anyway, swamp water. Who wants some? It's so delicious. Nobody's going to try to guess what it is? I promise you it's swamp water. What else would a witch be drinking? Anyway, we have class on Sunday. We have Embodying the Teteoh. We're coming together, Embodying the Teteoh. We're going to take a deep dive once again into the myths of Coyolxauhqui and Tonatiuh. Coyolxauhqui and Tonatiuh. And we're going to talk about the mythology of the sun and the moon. We're going to talk about the philosophy of the sun and the moon. And then we're going to we're going to embody that philosophy. And we're going to embody the Teteoh. We're going to go within how the sun and the moon influence our personality, our life. That is going to be on Sunday, this Sunday, the 28th, Embodying the Teteoh, Coyolxauhqui, and Tonatiuh. If you miss the Tonatiuh class, you can still buy it. You can go on demand and buy the class and watch the class. And the thing about Sunday is sliding scale. $13, $20, or $26, whatever you can pay. And the first part of the class is recorded. The second part is in person, private sharing, because it's community circle style. Sunday at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Central, which will be midnight-ish for you. If you're in Germany, I don't know if you're traveling around the planet. And it's not lime and it's not spirulina. It's swamp water, I'm telling you. And it's so refreshing and so delicious. Sunday, 7 p.m. If you can make it live, that's great. Oh my God, 2 p.m. You can always watch today. We have another reverse card. The Ten of Pentacles reversed. Ten of Pentacles reversed. And then, of course, before I forget, July is going to be filled with events. We're going to have Tlacateteoh. We're going to be talking about Xochipilli. We're going to be talking about Xochipilli, La Dancy Nancy. We're going to be talking about Xochipilli, one of our queer deities on the Nahuatl, Mesoamerican traditions. And then towards the end of July, we're going to talk about Xochiquetzalli and Xochipilli. You don't want to miss that one. It's all about life and flowers and beauty and movement and music and all the joys of life. And in between, we have a podcast for July. Paula Victoria. Paula Victoria died, the author of In Your Hands, a children's book on palmistry. And it's such an interesting book. I highly, highly recommend, if you can get your hands, pun totally intended, on the book called In Your Hands, about palmistry by Paula Victoria Dye. It is such interesting and rich lecture, reading, lectura, reading. So I highly recommend, but until, if you are not sure about getting the book, come and listen to the podcast and enjoy. We had so much fun when we were recording the podcast. So this is the Ten of Pentacles, and it came out reverse. Yes, I already recorded the podcast. I just outed myself. I try not to record it so early on the month, but scheduling sometimes could be a little tricky. Hello, Azteca 5. So, Ten of Pentacles reverse with blinders on. A sense of connection and security is lacking in your relationships when the spirit of the Ten of Pentacles is reversed. Reflect on what could be causing this stress and address the feelings of loneliness, loss, and uncertainty that comes with it. Your future doesn't need to be planned out entirely. Still, you will feel more confident moving forward by mending broken bonds, or finding closure in the separation. Broken bonds, bonds. Sometimes the pronunciation is tricky. All right. A sense of connection and security is lacking in your relationship when the spirit of the Ten of Pentacles is reversed. Reflect on what could be causing this stress and address the feelings of loneliness, loss, and uncertainty that come with it. Your future doesn't need to be planned out entirely. Still, you will feel more confident moving forward by mending broken bonds or finding closure in the separation. Now, folks, let me repeat what I always tell you. Forgiving your abusers, forgiving the family that broke those relationships or bonds. Sometimes the forgiveness, always the forgiving, um, is best to happen so that you can get with healing. Forgiving someone does not mean that they get to access your life again. Forgiving someone means you're no longer carrying the pain of the offense, the pain, the disrespect, the whatever, right? The burden of what happened. Forgiving them means you're done grieving, you're done with the anger, you're not going to let that anger burn you inside anymore, and then you free yourself by forgiving. Whoever hurt you, whoever made the offense, whoever was disrespectful, they are forgiven. That doesn't mean that they get access back to you, right? And you free yourself. Yep, you free yourself. Absolutely, Alexa, you free yourself when you forgive. It no longer controls you, that anger. But a lot of people confuse forgiving with access, and they're not the same thing. Access has to be VIP, right? So you can forgive, but you don't have to rekindle the relationship. You know, swamp water. This is one of my favorite summer treats. And it's not chai, and it's not lime, and it's not algae. It's not, you'll never guess what it is. I thought Mexican people would know, but La Dancy Nancy hasn't said a word. Ooh. It's a mystery. When you come visit me, I'll make you some, Alexa. All right, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. And until we meet again, my name is Laura González. Never forget that you are loved. Bye-bye, Facebook. You got to give Facebook a minute because otherwise I erase the recording. I did it one time. So we're done with Facebook. Bye, Facebook. And bye, YouTube. Yes, and stream.